It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got a little Christmas present from the homie Tom MacDonald. Let It Snow remix, and he's smiling, so you know he about to throw some shit at us with this one. This is probably going to be absolutely hilarious. I saw it going around on Twitter, and I was actually going to do the recording on the Twitter post that he had made, but then I saw that it was actually on YouTube too. So here we are. Let's dive in. It shouldn't be that long. It's only a minute 50. Let's see what he's talking about.
Well, the tide is finally turning, and Kamala's speech is slurring. Thank God we're saying bye to Joe. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke.
Let's get it.
And the mainstream media's dying. Their viewers shaving their heads and crying.
That's good.
What is a woman? Well, they still don't know.
He said, I didn't even catch that part. I was still focused on the media dying and how it was good. He said their viewers are shaving their heads and crying.
Their heads and crying.
Yo, let me go back a little bit more.
Dying. Their viewers shaving their heads and crying.
It's a fact.
What is a woman? Well, they still don't know. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke.
This shit is
They
wild.
tried to stop us by taking his life, but they missed, so it's fight, fight, fight. The left really thought they'd beat the right, and they fought, but they lost, thank the Lord. Now January is coming. Half of Hollywood's already running. They're finding new countries to call home. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke.
I assume that was a shot at Ellen DeGeneres, right? I think is her name, because I want to say she moved to Canada or something like that when she saw that Trump had won the election. I don't know if any other celebrities have moved. If they have, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, this whole this shit is funny. And it's interesting because I've always kind of been that guy who I'm not really aligning either way, because I feel like there's some crazy people on both sides, but there's also some good information and truths on both sides. And so I kind of just dabble in what I think makes sense logically, instead of just being like, I'm with one side or the other. And I feel like with a lot of the songs that I've heard from Tom, like he does shit on the left a lot, but there are some songs where he also does throw a little bit of shade at the right, and the extreme right mostly. And you know, how it's like, go with what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like there are more things on the right now that make sense than the left. But it doesn't mean that everything about the left is wrong. And it's not all the people on the left. That's what's crazy. And I just had this discussion the other day on a live stream where I said, you know, growing up, my family they were Democrats. And so I kind of fell in line with that. And I've never really changed my beliefs or my thought process. But now if I were to fill out like a political quiz, which I've done before, it has me as a conservative. But I've never changed any of my beliefs, which back in the day made me a Democrat. You know what I mean? Or I don't even know the terms. I guess conservative and liberal, I guess, is more so it. But conservatives tend to be Republican. Liberals tend to be Democrat. You know what I mean? So either way, all I'm trying to say is I've not changed anything. It's like the goalposts have literally moved. And now my family, which always voted Democrat, they tend to vote Republican now. And they've not changed their views on anything. It's all the same. When I have conversations with them, nothing is different. It's just the ideas have changed and everything is shifted. So it's just a really weird time to be alive. Yo, this guy killing me. That's the I got mad millions in my bank dance is what that is. And I don't blame him. I'll be doing the same thing.
As the drones fill up our skies, and Ukraine still wants more dough, and the left tries to take our rights. They want us bending a knee, but we won't. With Diddy locked up, it's been swell. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
Nope.
Hunter smoking crack with ho-ho-ho. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke.
Yeah, so this whole shit is really odd to me. Like, I don't pay enough attention politically, so I shouldn't speak on too much stuff like with a very strong opinion. But it's interesting that like right before he gets out of office, did not Biden just send like $50 billion more to Ukraine or something? And I don't know, like, again, I can't speak on it too strongly because I don't know the repercussions of everything that's happening. And does this benefit us? Is this I really don't know. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, we have so many things here that we need to fix in our own country that we're always like, well, there's not enough money for this. Well, we don't have money for that. And seeing it just get sent other places, I can't help but be like, that doesn't make sense to me. Now, obviously, there's more nuance to it than that. There is a bigger picture, and I may just not understand that picture, or that picture to me kind of feels like it's filled with a lot of, well, this could happen. Well, if this happened, or maybe this would happen. And so we're just going to boom, instead of taking care of shit that I feel like is tangible, like right here in front of us. And I don't know. That's just the way that I look at it. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm 100% right, because there may be different information that could potentially change my mind a little bit. I'm not going to say that it wouldn't, because I always try to look at it as unbiased as possible and as logically as possible. And there might be logic that will make me understand that better. But right now, I don't see it. And so there's just a lot of shit like that, and just weird things that go on with our government. And honestly, I feel like no matter who gets in power, it's never going to be 100% for the people, as far as like us middle, because the middle class makes up the majority of people. The middle class, lower class, but it's never going to 100% be for us. We just pick what we think is going to help us and align with us the most. But overall, we're never going to be the main focus. As much as we'd like to believe it and think that we are, or this person said this and this, and they want to help us with that. Listen, by now, if we haven't figured out that a lot of this political shit is lip service, I think that you're crazy. Like, it does not matter who gets in there. There is always stuff that a president says that never goes into effect while they're in office. And I will say sometimes it is because maybe they couldn't get it passed, because obviously there's different houses and Congress and all this other shit and different tangibles. But there's also a lot of times where they say something and then it never even gets attempted. And this goes for everybody on all sides, left, right. I'm sorry, but that is a truth that I feel like we cannot sit here and deny. So at the end of the day, I just hope for the best. I go with what I think makes the most sense. And I pray that we can find some kind of peace at some point down the road, because right now we are probably the most divided we've ever been. And it's like we're all trying to segregate ourselves again, when we were trying to come together at one point just 20 years ago. Now we're just like, yeah, leave us alone. You over there, you're this type, you're that color, and it's just wild. And the political stuff has just further fueled that. And I don't mean, I ain't smart enough to have an answer, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. But I always enjoy these songs with Tom, because I just feel like it brings about a lot of conversation and a lot of different topics that we could always debate. And I'm always interested in seeing what other people think. So it's what I do it for. For anyone that does not know, I go live on Twitch pretty much every day, twitch.tv/DuaneTV. Fridays, we do music reactions. I also go live every day other than Friday on my YouTube channel that I created literally just for the live stream VODs now, and potentially to put some clips and stuff from the live streams, but it's called Extra Duane. It should be linked down below, but it's youtube.com/@Extra Duane. And I will also be live there now for anybody that doesn't like the Twitch platform, but still wants to watch some of the videos of me gaming and hang out and whatever the case is. And the VODs will always be there. Whereas on Twitch, they get deleted after like 30 days. So it's more so just a way to keep a record of all the lives, and people can go back and watch them anytime that they want. And should have did this a long time ago, but we doing it now. So appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think down below, and I will catch you in the next one, homies.